Good evening. This is Roger Swezey here. I'm a very old coot. In fact, I consider myself a feral coot, but we'll get to that later on. And I'm about to turn 90. And that's got me thinking, really thinking about what the next 10 years should be like. And of course, I would love to be loved, but just to be liked is good enough. And I would love to be admired, but if I'm just tolerated, I'll go with that. That would be okay. And of course, I have to consider the security of how I'm going to live for the next 10 years, a secure life. But there's one more item that's the outstanding item, the thing that really is the most important goal, and that is to remain relevant. Now, what do I mean by being relevant? That means one is still wanted. Now, that could be for a service rendered, or it could be for a product that they provide. And in my case, it's my artwork, the work that I've been doing for 50 years, since 1970, when I turned 40 years old. And so now, in regards to that, this artwork started out the concept of scavenged matter, using scavenged matter to create a vulture sculpture. And the matter is mussel shells and crab claws. By sticking a crab claw into a mussel shell, I've been able to create my version of a vulture. And I'll show you a few examples that I have behind me. Now here's a single vulture. Let's see if you can see that, I hope. It's in, let me see, I think it might be better here. Now here, the wings are mussel shells. The head was a crab claw. In this case, it was a spider crab. The body is a fur cone, and the talons here is some scrap copper wire. Now that's all anchored to a piece of driftwood that I had scavenged, and that's anchored to a wooden base that has a nice felt bottom. And of course, being artwork, it's signed in the back. Let me see if it... Now, if you're interested in a duel, here are two. The driftwood's a little bit different, and it's still got the felt bottom and the base. And of course, we can go to trios, 3 of them. Let's see if I can get closer. Now you can see this one is more horizontal. So I have vertical ones and horizontal ones. Now, get even more elaborate. Here's one of 5 that's on a piece of driftwood, which is a sculpture in itself, all gnarled with gaps and openings throughout. And since the vultures are smaller, the heads, the crab claws, are tiny. Now this piece, again, is felted on the bottom, signed in the back. Now I have other examples back there, different variations of the vulture sculptures on driftwood. Now throughout all these years that I've been doing face-to-face shows for these last 50 years. And they were regular fine art shows, arts and crafts shows, Renaissance fairs, and even street fairs. shows that if I get enough people to go buy my display, I'll make a living out of it. I'll get people to want to buy. And that was what kept me going all these years. Of course, throughout the years, I've come up with other art items, other concepts of art. And I'll probably be showing, hopefully I'll be showing them to you on future talks. But for now, I'm showing you just the vultures on driftwood. And now, as I said, I'm not being able to do shows anymore because of my age. So I've been relying on the internet now. And in essence, basically on Etsy. So if you want to see the work on Etsy, and you can check it out by going to my Etsy page. And that's Tideline Salvage. TIDELINE SALVAGE. Tideline Salvage, Roger Swezey. And you'll see some of these pieces and a lot of other artwork that I've created. And if you want to ask me questions or something, you can message me on my Facebook account, my social account, and that's Roger Allen Swezey, ROGERALLEN SWEZEY. And I'll be happy to answer any questions or comments that you might have in regards to what I've been showing you here tonight. So thank you now for your patience, and I hope for your interest in what I've been talking about. So now have a great evening. Thank you again. It's Roger Swezey, the OLD FERAL COOT, Roger Swezey. Thank you. Good evening.